An incredible and historic trajectory of your career that you have had, and how does Vin Scully start? I mean, how do you come with this love of the game and you start knowing that you want to do what you do so well?
Well, for whatever reason, when I was 8 years old, I wrote a composition in grammar school for the nuns, and I wanted to be a sports announcer. And of course, I always loved baseball. I grew up in New York. I could walk from my grammar school to the Polo Grounds and see baseball games almost every day after school. I didn't have to pay for them. There were two organizations which encouraged youngsters to, go to the ball games. And that's where I started. I had the desire, and then I had a very strong desire to broadcast, and it worked out for me. So God has been very good.
Every broadcaster that I've known, they say that Vin Scully is their inspiration. So I'm wondering, who was your inspiration? Who was your teacher?
Well, my teacher was Red Barber, who was the #1 announcer in Brooklyn when I got there. Before that, I listened to some great announcers we only had really college football, and I would hear people like Ted Husing and also Bill Stern and Red Barber. And that just whetted my appetite more. And then the roar of the crowd has always infatuated me. And so put it all together, and here I am.
The poetry of the game, I mean, not many people understand it because sometimes they will criticize baseball being a little bit too slow. So many aspects, so many things that go around a game. Not even when the ball is not in play. I mean, you have to really be like a knowledgeable person like you do to really understand it. I was wondering, from all the thousands of games that you played, I mean, and you did the play-by-play, is there one in particular, one that is like your favorite, one that you say, God, thank God that I was part of that game?
Well, that'd be pretty hard. I've been very, very fortunate in seeing great moments, great games, whether it was Henry Aaron breaking Babe Ruth's record, whether it was Sandy Koufax pitching a perfect game, or Don Larson pitching a perfect game in the World Series, Gibson's home run here. I've just had so many, so I really couldn't say just one game. Perhaps one of the more emotional games, because I was much younger, is when Johnny Padres beat the Yankees back in 1955. It meant so much to the borough of Brooklyn that I would certainly remember that and put that certainly in the top 5.
Last two and we're done. I was wondering, how would Vin Scully would like to be remembered by the thousands of people that have heard you? How would people like to remember you? What would you like your legacy to be?
Well, really, I'm not really interested in what they really think of me as a broadcaster. I'd rather be thought of as a good man and a good husband and a good father and a good grandfather. And then if you want to throw in broadcaster, okay, I'll thank you for that too.
For that kid that is watching right now that has that dream, dares to dream that improbable dream that plays, today we have video games or they could put mute on the television, and they do it a la Vin Scully, Kirk Gibson, one of the ninth inning, against Dennis Eckersley. What do you tell them? What is your advice to that young man?
Well, I would just say don't be afraid to dream. You might say, well, it's a long shot. The chances are I'll never make it. But get that out of your mind. Dare to dream and give it your best shot. Because if you don't make it, then at least you say, I've tried. If you don't even try, you spend the rest of your life saying, I wonder what would have happened if I had tried, etc. So don't dare to quit on your dreams. Hang in there.